Hello, honorable members of the clan. So I hope you are all doing very well on this Thursday, the 11th of December. So this reminds me of something. This reminds me of something very important. No to mind. No, no, no. Okay. Okay, now I remember. Yeah. So I'm going to do something a little bit strange. Not that it's strange. I think I've done it before. There are some people who I don't know whether that's trolling or they're just being nasty, but it's okay. Comes with the territory when you are on these streets called YouTube. They want, I think the punchline is, oh, your channel is boring. You don't have guests on your channel. And I'm like, can I do me? Can those that have guests do them? You know, it's all cool for me. It's not that deep. For me, it's mostly about what's running across this thing, my noggin. And I wouldn't want to impose, not that I'm saying that those that do that, they're imposing, because of course, that's part of dissemination of information, sharing of ideas, and also battle of ideas as well that gets to be discussed in those channels where they will have a guest. So they say, I'm boring. Okay, cool. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And by the way, yes, so we are still pretty much sick. So I have for you a guest. I have for you a guest because there's a topic that the guest and I have been talking about, and they feel some way and somewhat about this particular topic. And this guest has a message for you guys. So without further ado, let's welcome our guest. Hello, what is your name? Hello, Clancis. How are you doing? It's good to be here once again. And yeah, you're right. I have something that I would like to talk about, particularly to parents that have children going to school in 2026. So I don't know if you want me to start now or I'm just going to be guided by your questions. Okay, questions. Okay, cool. No, yes, I'm the one who's going to ask the questions. In case you don't know, this is Clantis. He is the executive producer of the Clantis Domagute show podcast. What do you call this? A podcast? I don't even know my own show, guys. But let's hear from Clantis. How does it define it? Is it a podcast? Is it a show? Or it's just a free thinking piece? What is it that's going on this channel? So yeah, maybe you should start with that question. What show? What kind of a show is this? What animal is this? And the second part or second question is, so what do you have in mind? What is it that you want to tell the people? But I must warn you, there are 30 percenters in the comment section. They will completely misunderstand you. If they don't misunderstand you, they will deliberately misunderstand you because they are on a defense. So I'm just warning you. And then, of course, you're going to have the clan fam. Oh, they are fun. And well, we have the same mentality. I don't know. Before we start, why is it every time when we are about to film, there's this fly that just decides, hey, I've been boppering a bit, and this individual has started his show, and I decide to fly around and buzz around. Why is that? Okay, you answer. Okay, cool. Apparently, we are boring. Can we make it a little bit exciting around here, or maybe we're fine with the way things are? Me, I'm fine. Oh yeah, absolutely. So I do have something that I want to say, and yeah, you're right. It might actually tick some people off, but it is very important that they do get pissed off for a very good reason. They need to be pissed off with what I'm about to say, because one thing about South Africans, when it's time to take accountability, when it's time to reflect, South Africans don't like that. They don't like to be pushed against a corner for a decision, stupid decision that they take when they are excited. When there's a t-shirt thrown at them and two pieces of KFC thrown at them, and then everything just kind of like wiped out of their minds. The past 5 years not being served, the last what do you call this, school year, how they struggled to get their children placed in schools, and we are back there. And by the way, before I go forward with my thoughts, yes, I am an executive producer of the show. And yeah, that fly, I know about it. And then another thing, did you know that you are receiving a gift from YouTube again? I know. I hope people are not gonna get fatigued by you always unboxing a YouTube gift. But hey, you work really, really hard. People don't know that behind the scenes you are actually working with YouTube and you are coming out with innovative ideas. That is why YouTube comes back and say thank you for your contribution. Yeah. The clan is known there in New York City. Yeah, the headquarters of YouTube. Congratulations on that one, Clantis. So now let's go back to the show. Yeah, this is a think. If, how do we put this? This is a free thinker show. It's also, well, put it in a podcast category. It's still fine. Put it in a show, still fine. Hey, you can define it as however it feels to you or it suits you. Me, I'm just here to be an executive producer. Anyways, don't you have flu again? Why are we doing this when you have flu? Touche. Touche. Anyways, yeah. So it's that time of the year again, fellow South Africans, where parents, I don't know how many people have come to me. I don't know how they think I'm going to resolve this issue for them because I don't work for government. I don't work for Panyaza Lusufi. But I will tell you something that I said back in the day when I used to be on Twitter before it was the letter X, that this is going to end up in tears for a lot of parents who were not parents just yet. I think it's that notion, like, you know how drunk driving, people say, oh, it's never going to happen to me. It's never going to. Where are they today? 6 feet under. And those people, when Panyaza Lusufi came with this online registration for your child to begin either school for the first time or when they're going to do grade 8, as like with the growing population in Gauteng, you are not building schools, you are not training teachers, you are not getting rid of corruption because this is going to give birth to corruption. It's on my X. I don't know if it's still there, but it's there. Uh, it's going to bring all sorts of problems. And above all, parents are going to cry. You know why they are going to cry? Because number one, they did not educate themselves about alternatives if something like this had to happen to my child. For example, put aside a contingency plan in case your child does not get placed in the school or schools in your area. Because you know what Panyaza Lusufi does when the moment he does not find placement in your school, there will come a time, I'm telling you, your child is going to be placed outside of the province. We're getting close there. We're getting this, we are about here, where now you're going to fork out money for transportation. I even foresee flight tickets in the future. I'm telling you, flight tickets, you're going to have to buy them. But what I'm saying about the contingency plan, have a contingency plan by saving up money for a year so that you know that, okay, if my child is not placed in the school in your precinct, then I would have to, unfortunately, take my child to a private school. And I'm not talking fly by night here. Remember fly by nights? I cannot believe in 2025, going to 2026, they still exist. And once again, because of desperation, these Nigerians that establish these fly-by-night schools, they know of your desperation. For them, it's collecting money. They don't register these schools with the Department of Education, and the Department of Education is not doing anything about it either. The only time they do something about it is when the child and the parents are dumbfounded when they have to write matric. Yeah, we heard those stories. The problem we have in this country is South Africans, particularly Black South Africans, that do not want to listen. You went and you voted for the same Panyaza Lusufi. Oh, you went in numbers. You forgot about every problems that his incompetence and lack of foresight. You vote. This is the part where you're going to get pissed off. And it's good that you do. Uyalunga. I feel sorry for your child. Your child does not deserve what the child is going to go through, because there's going to be a time, if on that doesn't exist already, where children are not going to school at all because they could not be placed. Instead of a South African child being placed, there's a foreign child on that desk that belongs to a South African citizen. Why? Because there are corrupt principals and HODs. And our school governing bodies, guess who are the people that are driving forces there? Yeah, illegal foreigners. I mean, we heard of a school in Pretoria where the chairperson of a school governing body, a whole Zimbabwean, who even introduced Shona into our schools. And then that Shona was being imposed on South African children. And I don't think that's an isolated case. How many governing bodies in our schools that are run by foreign nationals? Illegal. Let's not forget that. Illegal. And the Department of Education, if I was a Department of Education, I would do a fine comb sweep. There can't be that many schools in Gauteng. They are not building them. So we're still using apartheid built schools in the townships. Maybe new ones, kwa, meaning scattered here and there, one or two or three. This government did not invest in education, and they have no interest in investing in education. I mean, hello, guess what happened in Parliament the other week? The 30%. And I'm still, okay, I know, sorry. Remember, I'm not in front of the camera, so my emotions on the background, they go like, so yeah, all because of your vote. Your vote is doing this to you. Your vote is doing this to you. Panyaza Lisufi, there was a test with a vote of no confidence. The parties that you voted for said, Uya Sala, he stays. And now you are crying about your child not being placed for 2026. Uyalunga. Uma uvotela i-ANC uyalunga. Awuyalunga. I feel sorry for your child. Their constitutional rights are being violated with no explanation. Now, I'm a person, Clancy and I, we always come up with solutions. We don't just complain. We always offer a solution. And the only solution we have, which we are going to be seeing from, guess who? Yep, the illegal foreigners in January taking the Department of Education to court because their children are not being placed at a school they want to. You remember when they want something, they get it? Why don't you form a class action as parents in the province of Gauteng? You can't tell me none of y'all can afford 200 rand each to get an instructing attorney, and then they get one of the best lawyers. Ngogai Toby, maybe right now the senior counsel that is Oshise Kota right now is Advocate Silo. In fact, there are a lot of them. Put money together, parents, and sue the living daylight out of Panyaza Lusufi jointly. You sue the department and him. We need to start making going to court a culture. That's what we need to. We need to start doing this. Like the moment the government will like, oh, that was a start assistant control. No. Let's not do that decision. It's wrong. It's got consequences. This is the problem when you are putting people who have no vision, no foresight, no consequences. They think you take them to court so that they be chosen. But before closer, but you need to closer first. You are a parent now. Education is imperative in the 21st century. If you're uneducated in the 21st century, you are as good as dead. Just imagine that. So stop getting angry and then you want to involve people that don't work in the department to help you when you, as parents, take the Department of Education in Gauteng to court and sue them, the premier himself, for this stupid idea. Because it is stupid. I would have understood if this method was put in place with plenty of schools. Like per district, you have, let's say, plus or minus 250 schools, high schools and primary school, kindergarten, and child development centers. I would understand that. And the fact that as a parent, you don't have a daycare center. I don't know what you, again, it starts with you, parent. You are a parent now. Stop crying. Take action. Take them to court. All right. And I think that lawsuit should start commencing right away. Because once you place or you file those papers in court, your child will be placed in January. Trust me, your child is not going to be taken to some other district where you're going to have to fork out money for transport. When your child could easily walk to school. If don't walk to school, at least you take one taxi ride to school. And not a very expensive one too. When is the Department of Education also going to start having school buses? Once upon a time, they existed in my time. Yeah, we had school buses. And we did not pay, if I remember correctly, for an entire month. My mom used to buy my tag for about 25 rand a month. You know those double deckers? Mm. And also, we bus the best. Those, what happened to all of that? What happened to all of that? Why they were not expanded? Oh, I remember. You're right. Corruption. They want that money in their pockets. Screw education. That's why they took that decision in Parliament the other day. It goes to show how they loathe education of the children of this country. Take them to court. And I will end it right here. Thank you, Clancis, for having me on your show, podcast, free thinker, whatever it's called. Yeah, we are boring, by the way, and I like it. Thank you for listening. Ooh, that was a mouthful. And because of time, some of the questions I had for you, I think I'll just have to park them for another show. We will bring you back, Mr. Dumagute, on the show. I'm sure they're pissed off at you. Hey guys, it wasn't me. It was my executive producer. If you ever get upset by what he said, which one I agree with him. Be upset at him, not me. All right. But honestly speaking, we need to start making this a culture to take the government to court. It's your constitutional right. Education is the constitutional right of your children. I don't have to read you the section of the Constitution. When it comes to your children, it's important that you guard their future jealously. And the moment their future is threatened or jeopardized, you need to file court papers immediately on whomever makes a decision that is going to jeopardize the education and the future of your child. Complaining and moaning and whining, it's not going to help you. It's That's what they thrive on. They know, but they'll just complain. That's it. Oksalayo, that child is going to go to Mpumalanga, Saselberg, just down there, and you're going to have to pay for it. That's where we are headed. They're not building schools. Take them to court for not building schools. Take them to court for not providing transportation, food, because they're taking your child away from home. And then now, with the little that you earn, I don't care whether you're a CEO or not. Well, CEOs make children go to private school. But I agree with Clancis. Have contingency plan in 2026, especially if you have a child that is about to start school in 2027. Start saving up in case you are not happy with the school that Panyaza Lusufi takes your child to. And if your child is doing grade 7 and they're about to go to grade 8, have a contingency plan, a savings account that if your child gets placed in a faraway high school, you know you can take your child to a private school. Yes, it's going to be expensive, but make sure that the high school is credible. It is registered with the Department of Education. I know. I blame parents. I blame you, parents. I blame you. And this notion about address, it is impeding and violating the Constitution. In 2025, going to 2026, your home address still plays a role, whether your child gets accepted or rejected in a school. Oh, but no. South Africa belongs to all who live in it. Foreigners, they come with just an affidavit. You must come with an ID, payslip, da 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 da. And at the end of the day, your child gets rejected because you couldn't provide all this documentation. But Bonabaza with just one document and it's done. They don't have to spend any money to put their child in a transportation to a faraway school. But yours has to. Let's make it a thing to go to courts. All right? And don't just hire any lawyer just because they are lawyers. Not all of them are good. Not all of them are actually going to win you a case. You take your case on the basis of the Constitution, not make sure that the Constitution is mentioned in your court papers. That is what is going to win you the case. Anyways, Clantis, thank you so much for being on the show. See, now you also got me worked up because, education is very important to you and me. It's very, very, we've been through a lot when it comes to education. Number one, we've got a condition, dyslexia, and the things that you had to go through to be where we are today, monies that were spent, sleepless nights, crying, and also being on the edge, if you know what I mean, because you thought you are going to be a failure in life because of your condition. And then you saw that, no, man, there are ways of skinning. They say there are many ways to skin a cat. We did it. And it was through education. You have no excuse as a parent when it comes to the child and their education. Get that through your skull. Just get it through your skull. And those of you who are not parents yet, I hope you are watching. Because you know what they say about intelligence? Oh, a clever person learns from their own mistakes, but an intelligent person learns from the mistakes of others. So be intelligent and learn from the other ones. When they come and campaign at your door, shut the door in their faces. All right? If you take the 2 pieces of KFC and a t-shirt, imkili ngane yakho ne education yayo, gone. Don't cry. Don't cry, please. Hey, Skatena, people crying after they were warned. I need a bora shame. Anyways, let me end this free thinking podcast show, whatever it is. Let me make up here. This is the clan family, by the way. And I will see you guys a bit later. Please don't leave without liking. I don't know. What are your thoughts? I'm interested to know. What are your thoughts? Goodbye.